Swing and a miss. He got him. Swing and a miss. He got him. And a call. Strike three with the sinker. Swing and a miss. He got him for the third time this afternoon. Now a little smirk on his face. Double figures in strikeouts. And a cold strike three. 11 strikeouts for Sanchez. Swing and a miss. He's tied his career high in strikeouts. And a foul tip. He got him. 13 strikeouts. A career high for Christopher Sanchez. Well, it's going to be a little rainy weekend here at Citizens Bank Park, but don't be discouraged because you have a great giveaway coming to the ballpark tonight. Yeah, that's right. It's the Christopher Sanchez bobble figurine. And guess what? Even with the ponchos on, he's going to be out there on the mound for game one of this three-game series against the Guardians. Hey, everybody, I'm Tom McCarthy along with Ruben Amaro Jr. All right, so we talk about this all the time. He's turned himself into one of the best pitchers, not just best left-handers, one of the best pitchers in all of baseball.
It's one of the greatest stories, Tom. I just love what has happened to this young man. He has developed into, as you said, one of the best pitchers in the game, and it's not just the one pitch. Even though that changeup is probably the best pitch in the game, he has been outstanding across the board, and he's improving every single day.
Yeah, coming off an outstanding start against the Pittsburgh Pirates. This was Dusty Wathan's debut as a manager. And Dusty said after the game, you're always a smart manager when the players play as well as they did in this one, and he pitches as well as he pitched in this one.
And it really wasn't just about the changeup. His other pitches were excellent. His slider is much sharper. He got Osuna 4 times, and he was kind of laughing at him there for a while. But it's so fun to watch him develop and to command every one of his pitches.
I think that's the big thing, is commanding every one of his pitches. So it was 13 strikeouts. It was a shutout. StatCast, powered by Google Cloud, gives us a look at the pitches he used for the strikeouts. You mentioned he got Ozuna 4 times. He also FaceTimed him after the game, thanks to JT Realmuto, just to kind of jab him a little bit more.
Of course, and he's grown so much as a pitcher and as a person, and these numbers will tell you exactly why, because it's not just the changeup, it's the sinker and slider that are becoming more and more effective.
Our Citizens stats leader, Citizens, the official bank of the Philadelphia Phillies. So he's riding a 29 2/3 inning scoreless streak. It's currently the longest active streak in Major League Baseball. There's some pretty good names on that list, too.
No question about it. Great company, but it's the consistency with which he's been pitching as of late that is really taking him to the next level. I love it. I hope he continues it here this evening.
All right, well, Bill Henley promised us a green screen the other day when we were on the air. We're going to need that green screen this weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. It's a celebration, of course, and it's the Guardians and the Phils. But the tarp was on the field a little while ago. We'll see if we have an update when we get back. You buy Toyota. The Toyota Corolla is the best-selling nameplate of all time. It has 4 miles under $25,000. Visit Toyota.com to get your 2026 Toyota Corolla today. Buy Xfinity. Get reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years and same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that. By Citizens, official bank of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBX.com. Back here in South Philadelphia, the tarp is off the field, and the grounds crew's got the field in playing order. The cover is still off the tarp, but that may not be that big of a deal. The rain is falling ever so lightly. Bench your mobile provider for better coverage and bigger savings with Xfinity Mobile, and get Wi-Fi plus 5G that won't strike out. Xfinity. Imagine that. Umpires are coming out toward home plate. They're going to get the lineup cards from both the Phillies and the Guardians. We'll give you those lineups and get you set for tonight's ball game between the Phils and the Guardians when we return to South Philadelphia. BC 10 News First Alert Weather, the most accurate forecast 10 years in a row. Well, 59 degrees, yeah. And looks like little showers in the area. The wind out of the east at 10 miles per hour. They're going to be dodging some rain throughout the course of this weekend, as everybody knows. Memorial Day is, you take a coin, You flip it as high as you can. You grab it and you put it down. You wonder, is it going to be sunny or is it going to be raw? Well, we got raw this weekend.
Yeah, we did.
Umpires for today's ball game. Junior Valentine's behind the plate. Dylan Wilson, he's filling in at second base for Mark Wagner. Wagner will be back tomorrow, and he'll umpire the next 2 games of the series. That is, unless there's a postponement. We have a doubleheader of sorts on Sunday. We shall see. Our series goals brought to you by Planet Fitness. I'll start a new series streak. Don Mattingly's team lost to the Reds the other day, so they dropped 2 of 3. Schwartz being Schwartz, we just talked about it. You know, can he continue to do what he's done, even being off these last 3 games? And gosh darn it, stay dry, everybody. Do the best you can. Get that poncho on early.
I like those 3.
Here comes
Especially the last one.
Yeah.
Especially the last one.
Here comes Christopher Sanchez strolling out to the mound. He's got Matt Walp escorting him out there. Yeah, you're going to have to use that tonight's game, Christopher. His numbers, 10 starts so far, a 1.82 ERA. He's just such a joy to watch, and you hope that that joy continues, not only tonight, but as the season moves on, and possibly to the point where he's named the National League starter in this year's All-Star game.
And one of the real cool things about his last start is that he did it away, and he hadn't been throwing very well on the road this year, but this year, obviously, as almost always, throwing really well at home.
Our Delaware Valley Audi dealers bring you a look at his arsenal, brought to you by StatCast. Well, just 3 pitches, Ruben.
It's just very simple, and they're 3 quality pitches. The sinker, obviously, the changeup, one of the best pitches in the game. You see the batting average against at one of the lowest in all baseball. And the slider's gotten better and better. It's crisp, it's short, and he's throwing it for strikes.
Don't forget, 6-hit complete game shutout his last time out, which is added to his scoreless streak. It's up to 29 2/3. Steve Carlton's up next. He needs to get 1 out to pass him. Larry Anderson still number 3 at 32 2/3. And then Cliff Lee, well, not a second time, I guess the first time in 2011. He's up to 30. He was up to 34 innings then. Going to take a lot to get to Grover Cleveland Alexander back in 1911, Ruben.
Yeah, that'd be kind of tough. That'd be a tough one.
Here's the lineup for the Guardians, brought to you by Xfinity. 1 internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Angel Martinez has settled in a little bit into that leadoff spot. He's batted 9th a lot during his career. Then Ramirez, one of the best players in all of Major League Baseball. Bazana, the rookie at second base. Keep an eye on him. He's pretty good.
A real breakout year. I mean, this is a super scrappy group of players. They play baseball right. They play winning baseball, and Stephen Vogt's got them going.
First pitch of today's ball game is brought to you by Audi. And here we go, game 1 of 3, and we're underway, and the pitch is a little high. And you can see the rain in the background. You don't generally start a game when it rains like this, but it is the only time they'll face each other this year. So you got to get the games in. 1 ball, no strikes. In there for strike 1, 1-1. There will be a little bit of a pause with Junior Valentine, the home plate umpires. You see the rain falling. Angel Martinez is 1 for his last 12, hitting .256. So we get a foul tip.
Talking some of their people that this young man is really coming along. I mean, he's getting better and better. Swinging the bat pretty well here in May.
13 multi-hit games. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1. That's 81 strikeouts for Sanchez, who could go over 600 for his career in tonight's game.
Shocking that it was the changeup, but this is a changeup that has some cutting action, and you just can't really anticipate that as a hitter. I'm not sure that he did that by design, but it's got such good action to it. It was real effective.
Jose Ramirez, the batter, hitting .236 with 8 home runs. Line drive out toward left field. Marsh going back. He'll settle under it. And there are 2 outs, and here comes Rhys Hoskins. Guardians kind of asked what we thought the response was going to be. I said, well, positive. It's going to be positive. It's always going to be positive. As Reese takes inside. He went around 0-1. It's not the same reaction that he got when he first came back with the Brewers.
Right.
But he'll always get a positive reaction. The 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He created a lot of great memories here for the Phillies, and was a tremendous citizen and a great teammate, and one of the leaders in the clubhouse. There's no question about that.
Spent the off day here yesterday in Philadelphia. Celebrated his wife Jamie's birthday. Happy birthday, Jamie. 1-2. Spoke to him today for a little while. He likes this team. He likes this clubhouse. Said it's a great group. He loves Stephen Vogt. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Reese. Swing and a miss. He got him. 2 strikeouts in the inning. The scoreless streak goes over 30 innings. Just 9 pitches, and we're back in the bottom of the first. Xfinity, 1 internet price, 5 years guaranteed. It'll be Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, and Harper. We'll get to the arrest as it goes along because Turner's ready to go. Facing right-hander Gavin Williams, big dude. And the first pitch hit in the air, right center field. Halpin is over. He says he has it, and he does. 1 pitch, 1 away. Gavin Williams 6-3 on the year. Guardians really like him.
Yeah, real competitive guy, as you said. He's a monster, and he had a couple of outings in his last 3 that were not real sharp, but to his last outing he actually tightened it up quite a bit. See the numbers. He had a breakout year last year. Really good stuff after he faced the Phillies. Phillies actually played pretty well against him, and then after that he just caught on fire.
Yeah, they showed a lot of patience with him. The first pitch to Schwarber's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Schwarber's missed the last 3 games, still leading Major League Baseball in home runs with 20 and 36 runs batted in. Way inside. Hasn't deterred his reflexes.
You do have to have some patience with Williams. He'll try to make you chase some pitches out of the zone, and if you can, as you said, Tom, if you show some patience, he can leave some stuff in the middle of the plate. He'll give up a home run or 2.
Yeah, he's given up 9 home runs already. Swing and a miss. 7 of those home runs have come against left-handers, but the batting average against is only .206. A little low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it is interesting that he has reverse splits. I mean, the right-handers actually fare a little bit better than the left-handers. Not really quite sure why. Maybe it was the slider action.
That's a good pitch.
Yep.
Right on the line. And there's a strikeout. 2 outs. I think Schwarber thought about challenging it. Take a look with the box.
He certainly did think about it, and he went close to his head, but then sort of grabbed his mouth piece there, and yeah, maybe not.
That's funny. Well, 2 away, and here is Bryce Harper. Harper was 0 for 10 in the Red Series. They kind of cooled him off a little bit, even though he hit a couple balls hard. And he swings and fouls that one. Oh, 0-1. Harper hitting .267 with 12 home runs. Hit on the ground toward first, under the glove of the diving Hoskins down the right field line. It dives in foul territory, and Harper will pull into second base, and he's got a 2-out double. 10th double of the year.
He actually might have broken his bat on this particular swing. Probably hit it closer to his hands in the barrel, but he's so strong and creates so much bat speed that he gets it past Rhys Hoskins. Sort of cruises into second base pretty easily.
And now Alec Boehm. Boehm has hit in 11 consecutive games. He's starting to emerge from his early season slumber. And a breaking ball in there. It's 0-1.
I was really encouraged by the line drive home run of that fastball that he turned on. He hadn't been doing that a whole lot, really struggling with the four-seam fastball, and it was a good thing to see.
Yeah, four-seam fastball, Ruben. He's still only hitting 189
That's
against
right.
it. One ball and one strike. But his average is up to 220. Outside corner, 1-2.
Well, Williams is bringing it.
Yeah.
He's dancing around that 100-mile-an-hour mark, and looks like he's a little juiced up.
One and two. Outside 2-2.
Crazy alignment in the outfield with Alec Bohm. Obviously, I don't think he can pull the ball. Quan is almost in center field. He's in left center, but way over there. And Halpin's all the way in right center field. I mean, if he hits a line drive to center, he can run for days.
That is a weird alignment. But I guess they have some kind of tendency.
I mean, he typically does not pull the baseball. There's no question in most of his action, and he hit a lot of line drives even in Boston that were down the line that you thought were going to be hits, and they were
right.
You know, shading him on the line there in right field as well. So I can understand the alignment.
Three and two. Swing and a miss. He got him. So both starters get 2 strikeouts in their half of the first. The Phillies leave one in scoring position. Just 14 pitches for Williams. By Carrier, and the most whiffs induced by one single pitch. Mizorowski has 120 strikeouts on a 4-seamer.
Yeah.
And then there's the changeup for Christopher Sanchez.
Mizorowski throwing about 110 miles an hour.
He threw one pitch the other day, and I think it registered at 104, but it was just incredible.
Tremendous life and extension. I mean, it's awfully special.
Well, David Fry is the batter. It's no balls and 1 strike to Fry. Line drive, base hit it to left field. Well, Ruben, there goes the no-hitter.
Yeah. There's always a shot with Sanchi.
It's getting to that point where a lot of times there is a shot. Oh, here's Travis Bazzana, 288, a rookie who brings an awful lot of energy to the Guardians. He tried to bring one with him. 0-1.
Yeah, those are the things that this Cleveland Guardians team does. I mean, they're going to try to move runners. They're going to try to do some things. I mean, even if he doesn't get a base hit out of it, perhaps he can move the guy to second base. They know that runs are going to be at a big premium against Sanchez. So you'll see that kind of stuff from these guys.
Short lead for Fry off first. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Boy, he was like Ichiro there. He was running while he was swinging.
A lot of energy, a lot of movement there in his approach, but he's also one of those guys that has been making, you know, contact.
Bouncer right side. Harper has it. Goes to second for 1. And not able to turn 2. Bazzana does run well. 3-6 on the putout. And now you have to keep an eye on Bazzana because he will steal a bag.
And nice play by Harper, getting that lead runner, and he was actually making sure that he threw a strike there. There's no way that that ball
with as much air as there was underneath it that they were going to be able to turn that double play. Nice job getting that lead.
We mentioned the scoreless streak, which is at 31 innings now. Rocchio is the batter. What makes it special is, well, it's the seventh longest scoreless streak now in Phillies history, as he slides past Cliff Lee. But it also, if you think about it, these last few years, since 2022, he's only the sixth starter to reach at least 30 innings in a scoreless streak in Major League Baseball, or sixth pitcher.
Super impressive.
Yeah.
So the Guardians are one of those teams that likes to get a little running start at first base. So they try to time it such that Bazzana's looking to try to kind of hop off before he breaks.
1 ball, 1 strike. If I'm correct, the Yankees were the first to implement that sort of thought.
They might have been, and there's a bunch of teams that are starting to do that more consistently now. I remember Volpe being one of those guys I think did it a lot.
You try to get him in between hops or steps if you can, but not necessarily pay a lot of attention to him.
Right. I think it's all about really trying to just change your timing and cadence. If you can do that, you can sort of freeze them while they're going back.
2-1. Oh, he was thinking about going, and then he was sort of in between. And now 3-1.
You see the movement, him trying to bounce off and get the timing going. But Sanchez is awfully quick to the plate, so kind of a tough left-hander to go on.
Three and 2. Rocchio is hitting .290. He had 4 hits and 5 runs in the most recent series against the Tigers.
You talk about an improvement of a hitter. I mean, this guy was hitting in the 9 hole at the beginning of the season. He's kind of working his way up the lineup. Really swinging the bat well.
Yeah, since the last month, he has 44 hits. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Christopher. There are 2 outs.
So it's all part of the maturity of what you're seeing. He gets a really good hold, and then he throws a nasty slider. 3-2. I mean, typically he goes to that changeup in that situation. But he's starting to really gain some confidence with that slider.
Now Stephen Kwan. Last time we saw the Guardians last year, he was leading off for Cleveland. Not having a great year. 202 with a home run and 11 runs batted in.
Yeah, these are numbers that you're not seeing that are very typical of Kwan. He's a great contact hitter.
0-1.
See him way back in the box there. Left foot almost on the line.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
I don't know if I know that Sanchez throws real hard, but for a guy who has a double plus changeup, I don't know if I would be sitting that far back in the box. See him way back there.
Very straight up and down, of course, too. Runner goes, pitch hit foul.
Yeah, he got the timing on that one. But at this stage of the game, with 2 outs and 2 strikes, he really doesn't need to worry about him all that much. He should just get the hitter, especially with the way Kwan's been swinging it.
Slow roller right side. Harper has it, runs to the bag just in time to get Kwan. 3 unassisted. The scoreless streak is up to 31 2/3 for Christopher Sanchez, and we'll head to the bottom of the second. by Comcast Business, all in connection and protection your small business can rely on. No one does business like Comcast Business. Bottom of the second inning, Brandon Marsh will lead things off. Marsh was 2 for 8 against the Reds. He's cooled off a little bit, but he's still third in the National League in hitting. And the 4th highest batting average in Major League Baseball. Swing at a foul tip, it's 0-1. I got to tell you, not that they need us to positively reinforce them, but they made the right decision with starting this game in this little sort of mist that's coming down.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, he's done that a few times off his foot. That's why he's got that guard on.
Now, part of that is that he's letting the ball get deep and he's trusting his hands, and sometimes you maybe wait a little bit too long and you end up pounding it into your foot, but it's actually not a bad sign, really.
0-2. 1-2. Swing at a foul tip. Well, both these pitchers are striking out some hitters tonight. That is the 3rd strikeout for Williams. Here comes Adolis Garcia. Bet365 gives us the odds for him to hit a home run in tonight's ball game. Boy, he could use it.
Yeah, a little bit of a struggle for him as of late. To see him do some little barrel contact a little bit more consistently.
Garcia is 1 for his last 33.
That's a little rough.
It's a little rough. 3 for his last 60. Which is why his average has dipped down to 207, which, even when he wasn't off to the greatest of starts, but he still was hitting some balls really hard. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul off the first base line.
See, when you're going good, that ball stays fair. When you're not going good, it slides foul past the bag.
There's a happy camper down the right field line.
Nice. A lot of smiles over there.
Yeah. Well, she made a really good play, and then she quickly went to the youngster. Slowly left side, Ramirez charges. Oh, he had trouble getting it out of his glove, so he shot putting it over.
That's a knock.
Yeah, I don't know if he would have. It would have been close.
It would have been really close, but I don't think that he was going to be able to get Garcia, who runs pretty well, and he was moving out of the box on the swing. And once he sort of double pumped, that was it. You don't see that happen very often from Jose Ramirez, I'll tell you that. You see him getting out of the box, and then once he bobbled, it was over.
It scored an E5.
Oh, that'll get changed.
Fly ball, right field. It was off the end of the bat. Martinez will make the catch. Guardians defense brought to you by Car Shield. Ramirez at third. Quan has won 4 Gold Gloves out in left field. Really good defensively.
Yeah, and generally a good defensive team. There's no question about it. Travis Bazzana there at second base, sort of a work in progress over there. Austin Hedges there for his defense solely. Not really an offensive catcher at all, but he finds a knack of getting somehow getting into the playoffs every year.
High bouncer out to shortstop, and that'll do it for the inning. Pretty fast inning for Gavin Williams. Fielder's choice. We'll go to the 3rd. This date, Fanatic About Reading Day, presented by Xfinity, is back. Kids 14 and under will take home a Fanatic children's book on Sunday, May 24th, when the Phils close out this series against the Guardians. Secure your seats today by going to Phillies.com. Well, we have been given a copy of this new book. It's the 22nd book that the Fanatic has helped co-author. Way to go, Fanatic.
22 of them.
As we go along the shore, a trip down the shore, you see the old Wonderland Pier in Ocean City and the Ferris wheel.
I bet Quinny would really like that right there.
Oh, she would like that.
She'd love to float in that thing.
Fanatic, unbelievable job, by the way.
Yeah.
Harry Moore is the illustrator. Look at these illustrations as we start the third. Swing and a miss by Austin Hedges. And there's a list in the back.
That's really cool.
Oh, make it a sandcastle.
Sandcastle at Citizens Bank Park.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Are you allowed
What
to
an
bring
artist.
your four-wheeler down to the Wildwood? You are. Swing and a miss again, 0-2.
Not on the boardwalk, though.
No, not on the boardwalk. Watch the tram car, please. Please watch the tram car.
Right.
I used to love that when I was a kid.
Ooh, Michael, get yourself a slice. Right?
Well, the Fanatic
That's
just
iconic,
completed
man.
another successful school year visiting schools in the Delaware Valley, all part of the Fanatic About Reading program, sponsored by Xfinity. 0-2 pitch to Hedges. Hit in the air to left field. Marsh is out there, and he's under it. And he makes the catch. Fanatic, I noticed that you're at Springer's for some ice cream, and you have all different flavors.
He's never missing one of those. One of those, right? Just saying.
You guys did a heck of a job.
Just saying.
You really did a heck of a job with this book, capturing some of the bright spots of our great Jersey Shore. Little Sea Isle. Welcome to historic Fish Alley in Sea Isle. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who love Margate, a little tribute to Lucy, the elephant.
That's right.
Ball's fouled away. I like it.
I didn't know you could put sandals on like that.
Yeah, really. Those are big sandals.
Got sandals on them.
Well, the book is available for sale at the New Era Team Store starting Sunday. That ball is smoked to second, off the glove of Stott, and over to first in time. Yes. Petey Halpin is retired. And there are two away here in the third. Two outs. How was your trip to Atlantic City? Looked like you were in the penthouse.
Doing any gambling?
Ooh.
No, okay. I was just curious. Just curious. You are of age.
Well, depends on the day. So you brought Phoebe down too, huh? Oh no, Phoebe said goodbye to you here. That's right. You should bring Phoebe down. No.
Oh, later on.
Oh, later on. No, I'm going the wrong way. Oh.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Frank. Like Frank the ice cream guy? Oh, I see. There is a surprise.
Don't. Shh.
There is a surprise.
No spoilers.
Martinez, the batter. The count is 0-2 with two outs. Grounder out to shortstop. Up with it is Trey Turner. He's got it. In time. It's a 1-2-3 inning. 32 2/3 scoreless. I think it might be time for you to write a book about Christopher Sanchez, Fanatic. Brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. By the Pennsylvania Lottery, visit PALottery.com or download the app today. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians. And by Yellowwood, pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have the yellow tag, you don't want it. Well, Christopher Sanchez has tied Larry Anderson for his consecutive scoreless streak. He's moved past Ranger Suarez. Ranger had 32 innings in 2024. He went past Robin Roberts, who had 32 in 1950. He went past Ken Heinzelman, who had 32 in 1949. Pulled foul. Larry doesn't mind when records are broken.
Pretty cool that he had that for He was part of that and still part of it.
But just don't take his highlighter out of his cup.
No. Won't mess with his pens.
Upstairs, and it's 1-2. Rain has picked up a little bit. Foul back. Crawford was 1 for 8 against the Reds. Two and two.
He was 1 for 8, but he had some quality at bats. I mean, he put together some good at bats, made some pitchers work.
Oh, foul off the first base line. Good thing that ball hit the net, because our buddy Mitch wasn't really paying attention.
Well,
Still photographer.
He's just bearing down.
Broke his bat, and it's foul.
Did a really nice job of making this guy work. I mean, he hasn't had, I don't think he's sweat yet. But at least he's making him work for this in this at bat, and that can set something up for later on.
Oh yeah, that broke.
Ouch.
This will be the 8th pitch of the at bat. Swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts for Williams. So 5 foul balls. Get all the Philly sports news you need to start your day on Sportsnet Central every weekday morning starting at 7. Presented by your Delaware Valley Hyundai dealers. Turner flied out of the first pitch he saw his first time up. Opposite way, but it's right at Martinez, who has to back up just a little bit. 2 outs. And here's Kyle Schwarber. I was fortunate enough to be at Kyle and Paige's Schwarber block party on Wednesday night. What a great night. Man, was it awesome. They raised over $440,000 for first responders and their families. It was at Union Transfer in Philadelphia, which is a really cool spot.
It looked like a neat
Really
venue.
cool. And just about every one of his teammates were there, and their wives. There were about 500 people that came.
Wow.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. I got a chance to meet James Murray from Impractical Jokers.
Oh, yeah.
Could not have been a nicer guy. His wife Melissa is actually from the Northeast. She went to Ryan. Yep. Oh, he's going to challenge that one. Is he going to challenge it? Yep.
The batter's challenging the pitch.
But that may have been right on the line. Anyway, Matt Quinn from Mount Joy was there. Flyers Garnett Hathaway was there too.
Philadelphia has 1 challenge remaining.
Great night. Not a great finish to that at bat. Our ABS powered by T-Mobile, but great night for Schwarber and his entire family. We'll head to the 4th. It's scoreless. To you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local tri-state Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Top of the 4th inning. And Jose Ramirez will lead things off. Ramirez flied out to left his first time up. It's actually one of the harder hit balls of the day for the Guardians. And Sanchez delivers a strike at 95. Updated scoreless streaks in franchise history. Now, Turk Farrell did it from the end of 57 and the beginning of 58 at 32 2/3. So he's there with Larry, with LA and Christopher at 32 2/3. 2-1. So one more out, and he'll have the third longest stretch. Back toward the middle. Flag down by Sanchez. Little spin, little toss. One away. It's the third longest streak, scoreless streak in Phillies franchise history.
He broke out as the inner Ranger Suarez right here after he made this play. Got it chilling. Just flip it over there.
That's a heck of a play.
Well, here's Reese, who struck out his first time. Last 2 years with the Brewers, Reese had 38 home runs. He didn't play as much last year. He was injured, and then he really lost his job, unfortunately, because of that injury.
Yeah.
Had a good first year with the Brewers. 0-1. A Rally House quote of the game from Reese on playing in Philly again. He said, 9 years ago, I got called up, and I've seen this place transform to what it is now again. Been in a few different places now. Yeah, it does feel like a long time, but being back here, those memories always come flooding back, and I think that's why this place is pretty special.
Well, he made it special for the fans here too. He had some runs here that were pretty incredible.
Inside. Spent last night at Little Nana's.
That's right.
Italian
Nona's,
grub.
yeah.
Yeah. Is it Nona's?
I think it's Nona's.
Nona's?
Think. My Italian's not super sharp.
Well, anyway, it's a great place. It's low 3-1. Here at Citizens Bank Park, he's had some good games, including the postseason. But 80 career home runs. And ball 4. He does walk a lot still. That's 8 walks in his last 9 games. And that's the first walk issued by Christopher, who doesn't walk a lot of people.
No, I think coming in, he was and during that streak, he had 1 walk and 30 punch-outs coming in.
It's only the second walk in May for him.
Wow.
David
That's a
Fry.
swing.
He did not go. Jordan Baker's the tallest umpire, so he looks down at this.
Well, I think he held up. It's a good call.
He doesn't have to worry about looking around players.
Right, it's a good point.
Over them.
Couple of misfires here from Sanchez that you don't typically have not seen for like 40 innings.
Let's ask again. Yeah, he went.
See Reese trying to coerce Jordan. I think this time he went. Oh yeah.
We say with such confidence.
Right.
Well, he went that time.
It was Sword-like. Didn't look very confident with that swing, I don't think, Tom.
3-2.
I don't think that Reese will be moving on this pitch because obviously he's not very fast, but you just never know from this team. They stay aggressive.
54 stolen bases, successful stolen bases.
Yes.
That's tops in the league. He does not go. Hit on the ground to third, might be two. There's one, and Stott's return throw in time. A double play. Well, this stretch of impressive pitching continues as he's able to induce David Fry into a 5-4-3 double play, and he keeps rolling on. 34 2/3. Is brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local tri-state Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Bottom of the fourth inning in a scoreless game. Here's the double play that made it 33 2/3 innings scoreless for Christopher.
It shows you a lot about the baseball IQ of Bryson Stott. Instead of panicking and trying to make this throw real quickly, he knows the base runner. He makes sure he gets that lead out first, and then plenty of time to get that double play.
Here is Bryce Harper, swing and a miss at the first pitch. Harper doubled his first time up down the first base line. Grounds this one, just foul.
Tried it again.
Yeah. Well, it did work the last time.
Yeah. Why not? Another nice play by that young lady down the line. Game is on fire.
Harper just gets a piece of it.
It's time to give him a little run support, Mr. Sanchez.
He deserves it.
He needs some runs. Not too many, just enough.
1-2. Third career start for Gavin Williams against the Phillies. His ERA is under 1 against the Phillies, counting his effort tonight. May 9th last year out in Cleveland. He earned the win. 4 hits, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, 5 scoreless innings. Center field hit pretty well. Halpin, though, is there. Got it toward the end of the bat just a little bit as he reached for it. And Alec Bohm coming up. Yellowwood bringing the lumber. It's an 11-game hitting streak for Alec. 17 hits during that streak.
Yeah, nice to see him get things rolling again. You knew at some point it had to happen.
To shortstop, who had stayed down, but Rocchio was able to stay with it for the second out. And now Brandon Marsh. With 2.
You know, Williams doing a pretty good job of getting ahead of hitters and getting quick outs. Pretty efficient for a guy who does tend to throw a lot of pitches.
5-0-2 counts, 12 of 14 first pitch strikes. And a strike 3 call on the outside corner. Remember, 1 challenge left. 6 strikeouts. Second time Marsh has gone down. Just 9 pitches, and we go to the 5th. The longest scoreless streaks in franchise history since 1900. Christopher Sanchez at 33 2/3. So he's 1 out away from tying Cliff Lee for the second longest streak. Lozano the batter. And he takes strike one. It's 0-1. Lozano reached on a fielder's choice in his first at bat. Oh, 0-2. Lozano, first overall pick out of Oregon State. Your local Delaware Valley Audi dealers bring you a look at this StatCast through 4 innings. 13 swings and misses already.
That is a ton.
6 on the changeup, 5 on the slider. Swing and a miss. It's another one. And he moves into a tie with Cliff Lee with 34 consecutive innings scoreless.
Yeah, he goes to the left-on-left changeup, and Lozano's getting out in front and moving his feet a lot. Pulls a string on him and gets himself another punch out.
Just dandy. And now Rocchio, who struck out his first time up. Today is the night that fans received the Christopher Sanchez bobble figurine.
How about that marketing timing? They're brilliant.
Thanks to the good folks at Brady Plus. Out in front again, 1-1. Second time that the Phillies have had a giveaway that honored the person who was pitching. There it is. Little high. Ooh. 2-1.
I mean, even his misses are missing by very little. There we go. A couple of happy recipients.
Yep. Three and one.
He had him 3-1 last time when he came back to get him.
Hit it sharply through the hole on the left side. A base hit for Rocchio. Yeah, that's a 1-out single, and it brings Stephen Kwan to the plate.
Got to keep an eye on Rocchio, though. Again, this is a team that's going to be super aggressive, and you know it's going to be tough for them to manufacture runs. And then one way to do it is try to put a little pressure on the defense by moving the runners.
Yeah, he has 9 steals. He's been caught 3 times. Pulled foul. Whoop. I think she was going to give it to a person that she had figured out, a youngster that was there, and they weren't in their seats. Hold on to it. We'll get it to you in a second. 0-2.
He went with the slider there, and again, that's one of the pitches that he was trying to refine during the course of the spring, like we've talked about before. Other pitchers, and really good ones, Wheeler, Sanchez, trying to refine pitches and make themselves better and better.
The 0-2 pitch, down and away, 1-2.
Nice stop by JT.
It's been more than 100 years since Grover Cleveland Alexander had a scoreless streak of 41 consecutive innings. A little shorter time since Cliff Lee reached 34 consecutive scoreless. With a count, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kwan, a throw over to first base. But with one more out here, Christopher Sanchez will slide into second all time. Rocchio leads off first. There he goes, the 1-2. Taken outside, throw to second base on one hop. He is out at second base. Rocchio was thrown out on a one-hopper from JT Realmuto. And in doing so, slides Christopher Sanchez into second place all time with 34 and a third innings scoreless.
Tremendous defensive effort on both ends. That real quick short hop and a tremendous tag here by Trey Turner, getting it down, getting that oven mitt before he gets to second base, and JT's pumped. Thanks, brother.
That's 7 runners he's thrown out so far this year. And there you go, second longest streak in franchise history. Well, next up is Grover Cleveland Alexander. Unless we go extra innings and he keeps on pitching, he's going to have to wait on that one. Swing and a miss, but he's a step closer to it. He gets Kwan for his 5th strikeout of the night. His scoreless streak is up to 34 in 2/3 innings with the help of JT Realmuto and some dandy pitching. Fitting. He looks well, he looks cold because he's older today. Kenny A is celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday,
nice.
Kenny.
HBD, my friend.
I still can't say preparatory, whatever the heck it's supposed to be. But happy birthday, Kenny. Although I guess everybody's cold today. It doesn't matter that you're getting older. It's just cold.
He had his own version of the dongle hat there.
Yeah, he did. Appropriate that he brought it with him today.
Right. Always well prepared.
Outside, it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Garcia.
Got to figure out this Williams cat. He's done a heck of a job of being not only efficient but effective.
Yeah, he's retired 8 straight. He hasn't allowed a hit since the double in the first inning. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Great ratio, strikes to balls. I mean, he's dealing.
Check swing. Did he go? No. The way that Garcia reacted to it, I think he was like, oh no.
Nope.
He did hold. Strong man. That time he went. 7 strikeouts. Bryson Stott now the batter.
As of late, Garcia becoming very susceptible to that little slider off the plate from the right-hander, and he goes fishing.
Stott flied out to right field his first time, a ball that was just off the end of the bat. And he takes a breaking ball for a ball.
And not a lot of hard hit balls here on either side.
One and two. What a mix. Gavin Williams, huh?
Yeah, he's trusting everything. He's throwing everything over the plate, so it makes it tough. You just have to look in an area and try to put a good swing on one.
Grounded foul.
Her fielding percentage is 1,000.
Yeah, she's perfect tonight.
And the form is spectacular.
Back toward the middle, base hit it to center field. That ends 9 in a row. Retired by Williams. And it brings JT to the plate.
And nice job of hitting here, just staying right on that breaking ball. It's been very good.
Boy, almost caught it.
Yeah, right past him. Williams was a little upset he didn't catch it. See if we can't put a little pressure on him. I'd like to see us run on this guy a little bit as well.
Bryson extends his hitting streak to 5 games. Outside, 1-0.
He can be very long to the plate. He's a guy that's a little susceptible to stolen bases. So I try to push the envelope here. They might do a little hit and run now that's 1-0.
Fly ball foul down the right field line. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Watching JT take a little early BP today and was really swinging the bat well. I mean, line drives all over the ballpark and just trying to get his timing down. It's just a little off with that little leg kick he's got and trying to get that timing back.
Yeah, the pitcher kind of knocked him off his timing there a little bit.
Yep.
You surprised that Bryson hasn't gotten?
Really surprised. Like to see him go right here.
Whoop. Oh man, that was close.
It was close.
The Guardians are going to look at it underneath.
Little bit of a false step.
I don't know if Reese ever tagged him.
Might not have.
No.
Nope. Phantom tag.
And strike 2. There he goes. Pitch is taken for a ball. No throw, and Stott swipes his 10th bag without getting caught.
I thought would have happened a little earlier in this at bat. He got a decent jump. He just couldn't get the timing. And Williams had done a good job of changing up the cadence there, but Hedges could not get it out of his glove, so he gets in there easily.
I'm surprised they didn't challenge that, because that was a good pitch. 5th Phillies second baseman with 5 straight seasons of 10 strikeouts or more. Nice accomplishment for Bryson Stott. And a strike 3 call. JT thought about challenging it.
Yeah, I think he thought it was high.
And I think he was right on it.
Yeah.
Here's StatCast 3D.
It's the sort of thing that happens when you are throwing a ton of strikes. The tendency for the umpire naturally is to ring up that right arm.
Team's first run is over at first base. All right, here we go. I don't want to point anything out here, but
kind of a feeble effort there, sort of.
There's a hood up, but I think it might be Young. Ground ball toward the right side. Diving stop by Hoskins from his knees in time, and he just saved a run. He saved the game's first run, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left in scoring position. Gosh, I thought this was going to go right under him. Is Kyle Schwarber. The Phillies slugger is hitting home runs at a historic pace. Schwarber hit a pair of homers Friday night in Pittsburgh, giving him 20 homers in his first 45 games of the season. It highlighted a stretch of 9 home runs in 8 games for the Phillies' designated hitter. Kyle is red hot, and he's must-watch TV every time he steps in the batter's box. Schwarber's prodigious power is brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Well, back here at Citizens Bank Park, the Phillies are scoreless as we go to the top of the 6th inning with the Guardians. And Christopher Sanchez will face the bottom of the order for the Guardians in a game where it's been raining most of the day, and it's a credit to both pitchers. They've kind of navigated their way through it because they have just handled both offenses.
Yeah, they've both been dealing. It's a heck of a matchup. Two really good pitchers, but not a whole lot of hard contact out there.
Outside 2-0. Sanchez is only at 63 pitches. He was over 100 in the complete game shutout against Pittsburgh, but he had an extra day off. But again, he's only at, this will be the 65th pitch.
You always kind of get worried, especially since he went back-to-back 100-pitch efforts, because of the start before that, he also threw right around 100 pitches as well. So whether or not he's going to be able to bounce back, and certainly has done so far.
Ball strike ratio.
Still excellent.
And ball 4, second walk.
Will not at all be surprised by a little sacrifice bunt or a drag bunt here in this situation to try to get that runner in scoring position somehow. See the alignment.
Swing and a miss. Halpin was nowhere near that one.
No. He was hoping for a fastball on the inside part of the plate, try to hook in that 4-hole. He didn't get it.
Tonight marks the first multi-walk game for Christopher since April 30th. That's crazy. Off the hands, popped up into shallow center field. Turner sprints back over his shoulder, makes the catch. And 1 out. Halpin is now 0 for his last 9. And now Angel Martinez, who has struck out and grounded out to shortstop. What a pitch.
I mean, he has had no chance on that changeup. He swung through about 4 or 5 of them already today, and I don't know, I'd keep firing it. I mean, until he proves to me that he can stay on it. I mean, he's nowhere near it. If it ain't broke.
In the dirt. High bouncer over to the left side. Bohm cuts it off, goes to second to get the lead runner. Time now for a Stump the Fans trivia question brought to you by FanDuel Casino. Get your thrill on. Jose Martinez is coming to the plate, is looking to become just the second player in MLB history to hit 300 home runs and have 300 stolen bases with one franchise. Which all-time great and Hall of Famer is the only player to have done this?
One franchise.
Yep. I want you to know that there's no correlation between the Phillies, the Guardians, and the answer, except for Ramirez.
Thank you.
Okay.
Very thoughtful.
Like if you're thinking of the greatest
Right.
the greatest Indian player, greatest Phillies player that could have done that.
Right.
That was a good spot. 2-0. Again, the Phillies have just one challenge left.
Martinez has a monster lead out there, and he is itching to go.
Two and one.
I think Ramirez might be the most underrated player in Major League Baseball. Maybe in Major League Baseball history. This is a guy who's got a chance to be a Hall of Famer with the numbers he's put together. I mean, he's a really good player.
And a really good defensive player, too. Over to third. His counterpart, Bohm, throws to second, and the inning is over. 6 scoreless innings for Christopher Sanchez. 35 2/3 scoreless so far for the Phillies left-hander. You buy Car Shield. It's as easy as call, drive, and save. And by Nissan. Every Nissan is designed for people who refuse to settle for less. Visit NissanUSA.com or your local dealer.
Hey, T-Mac, you had a pretty big day today, didn't you?
Pretty big
important
day
day
today
for the old
Yep.
McCarthy family.
My youngest daughter, Kerry.
Look at that.
She graduated with her master's degree at the College of New Jersey in public policy. Very proud of her. She's worked her tail off. 1 year she got her master's done while also working and doing other things.
I'm shocked by that.
Yeah.
I mean, the hardworking McCarthy family. I mean, they got a lot of things going on all the time.
Well, she is
top
amazing.
to bottom.
You know, she is amazing.
Well, congratulations to the family.
Yep.
Congratulations to Carrie. It's awesome.
We will celebrate her tomorrow. 0-2. Even with the rain, we're going to celebrate her tomorrow. 1-2. You know, with the weather the past couple of days, I was at the graduation yesterday for the undergraduates at TCNJ, and they did a great job. They had to bring everything inside. It's supposed to be outside of the big football stadium. They had to bring everything inside at the last minute.
What a hassle.
Well, they did a great job. I mean, it looked fantastic.
That's great.
2-2. Fouled back by Turner, who is 0 for 2. We did get a chance to see her graduate, walk across the receiver degree.
That was fun.
There were so many folks receiving their masters. I thought it was going to be a smaller entourage. As Turner's down on strikes, that's 9 strikeouts for Gavin Williams, who certainly has matched Christopher Sanchez tonight. Been really impressive.
I think he threw 6 sweepers and 1 curveball on this at bat. Did not show him 1 fastball, and I guess Turner thought at some point you got to throw me a fastball, don't you? Nope.
So we get a miss by Schwarber. Schwarber struck out twice. One and two.
I mean, their center fielder, Alpin, is playing so deep now after
He's
with 2
really
strikes.
deep.
I mean, he was almost like his heels were on the warning track. Now he's moved in a little bit and over towards center field, but my goodness. Talk about being in no doubles.
Yeah, he's pretty deep. Pretty deep.
And he's moved in a couple of steps with 2 strikes.
And a strike 3 called. And he challenged the last one. He could have challenged that one, but he did not. And that's his 10th strikeout. He's reached double figures yet again, the 7th one of his career.
He's got it all working. That pitch was just off the plate, but with the game being this tight in this situation, they're probably holding off just a little bit for taking a chance.
Odds for Live Odds Update brought to you by FanDuel for Bryce Harper. Bouncer second base to his left. And a 1-2-3 6th inning. Well, we got 6 scoreless for both pitchers. To you by your local Honda dealers. Well, both pitchers 6 scoreless. Both have allowed just 2 hits. One has 10 strikeouts. The other's halfway to 10 strikeouts. But one also, and that's Christopher Sanchez, has thrown 35 2/3 scoreless innings consecutively. 2 hits by both teams. That's it. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Sanchez has 20 swinging strikes. That's a lot, by the way.
That is a ton.
Williams has 16. So Rhys Hoskins leads it off and hits the first pitch in the air to center. Hit pretty well, but Crawford is out there. Backpedaling a couple steps from the track. One away here in the 7th inning.
You gotta love those 1-pitch outs. I mean, he did hit that ball well, but hit it to the wrong part of the yard, or the right part of the yard if you're a Philly fan.
And now David Fry, who's 1 for 2. He has one of the 2 hits. He's also hit into a double play. Line drive, base hit it to right center field. Crawford's going to get to it quickly. Fry is going to put the brakes on. That's a heck of a job.
Yeah, super job. And Fry doesn't run all that well, but even for a guy who could run well, he probably would have stopped the guy from going to second base or throwing him out. See him get this jump into this gap, close in on it, something that Paco Figueroa works with these guys with all the time, and that throw shut him down.
And now Bazzana, who is 0 for 2. Boy, he does not, his feet do not stop moving.
No, he's got a little Ichiro in him, but I think Ichiro did a pretty good job of staying on the ball a little bit better than Bazzana.
Ouch. Off.
Talked about those 20 swings and misses. See this ball get off his foot, running that fastball in. I think it hit his back foot. In his last game, when he threw the complete game shutout, he had 17 whiffs. Or he got 20. Or 21 now, right?
21, yep. One ball and 2 strikes to Bazzana, who's helped spark this Guardians team. They're 30 22. 8 games over 500. He and the other rookie, Chase DeLauder, who's not playing tonight. He's a big fella, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Good athlete. Another highly touted prospect. They got a young team, young scrappy team. They figure out ways to win baseball games.
And a strike 3 call. He's going to challenge it. He's going to lose it.
The batter's challenging the pitch.
I think. That'll be 6 strikeouts for Christopher.
Looks like a good pitch to me.
He gone.
The pitch is a strike. Cleveland has 1 challenge remaining.
Thank you, Junior.
Again, another really good slider from Christopher Sanchez, and we talked about the changeup so much, but I'm sort of bedazzled by the slider these days.
Rocchio takes low. Rocchio is 1 for 2. He has 1 of the 3 hits.
He's put together some pretty good at-bats, and he looks like he's just gaining confidence. Last year, not a very good offensive player at all, but certainly bounced back this year and making his mark.
Yeah, last year he hit .233, 5 home runs. This year he already has 4 home runs. Fly ball left center field. Back is Crawford, back toward the State Farm sign, feeling his way, makes the catch, and the inning is over. Just 8 pitches for Sanchez. No runs, a hit, 1 man left. Our drive of the game brought to you by your Delaware Valley Audi dealers. 7 scoreless innings for Christopher Sanchez. His scoreless streak is up to 36 2/3 innings. It's remarkable. He's struck out 6 over 7. Gavin Williams, though, has struck out 10 over 6 and has allowed 2 hits. These 2 pitchers, you know, we talked so much about Skeens against Zach Wheeler on Sunday, which was, you know, great on Zach's part. How about this one? This pitcher's duel is pretty sharp. I mean, it's been raining most of the time, too. As Alec Bohm takes in, it's 1-0.
Williams has had great command of that sweeper and flipping in that curveball every once in a while, but been a strike throwing machine.
Fly ball center field. Going back on it is Halpin. He's got room, and he makes the catch. Ball's just not carrying. Phillies Charity's fantastic auction is underway. Fans can now bid on once-in-a-lifetime experiences and memorabilia, including an opportunity to throw out a ceremonial first pitch here at the ballpark and a Phillies All-Star Showcase bundle. Plus, you can also bid on being up here with us in the booth and calling an inning. All proceeds benefit Phillies Charities. Visit Phillies.com. Fantastic auction to place your bids before June 3rd.
Who's up, TV or radio right now?
I haven't looked, actually.
Both very, very popular items.
Yeah, both are cool.
As they should be.
We've had some great folks up in here. You know, you get whatever we're wearing that night. We also give you a pullover, which most times you don't need, but you'd need it tonight. Line drive, base hit for Marsh. That's pretty good after striking out his first 2 times up. A 1-out single, and now Garcia coming up.
That's been sort of a patented Brandon Marsh swing. Nice, smooth, easy, free. Gets a little breaking ball, leaves it out over the plate, and he just touches it to right field for a base hit. And we'll see if he stays aggressive on the base pass. Got to try to push the envelope. And Hedges is a pretty good thrower. I mean, he's been around a long time. He calls a great game, but he's certainly not invincible back there.
Fly ball fouled on the right field line. Marsh was running on the pitch. Two and two.
And Marsh does not have a huge lead. But again, I'd love to see us try to make something happen, which is something Don Mattingly's been doing quite a bit. I gotta believe that had Brandon Marsh not blocked this with his leg, this ball might have been down the right field line. Reese just kind of fanned on it.
Outside, 3-2. He has not walked anybody tonight. He's on the cusp of it here.
Well, Adolis Garcia has struck out quite a bit as of late, but that still moved the runner here.
There goes the runner. Pitch fouled back. Marsh anchoring off first.
That's 2 disengagements, Tom.
Yep.
I would get into that runner's position.
He goes. Pitch is swung on and missed. And the throw to second. Wow. Oh, what a play. And Marsh is tagged out. That's an outstanding defensive play by Bazana. 11 strikeouts for Williams. He's 1 away from his career high. Boy, both teams have played well. Offensively, not so much, but defensively and pitching, they have. Wow. Visit Chevrolet.com. And by Rally House, your city, your house. Rally House, Philadelphia. Christopher Sanchez, with his 4th straight game of 7 innings or more, begins the 8th inning. And he'll do so against Stephen Kwan. 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Kwan shows bunt, takes in. Keller is warming up in the bullpen behind him.
Yeah, not surprised that he came out for this inning. I know it's getting a little late, and he's had, some deep games lately. But bottom of the lineup with Kwan starting off, at least give him a shot.
Off the hands, caught by Harper, 1 away.
That helps.
Yeah, it does. And now Austin Hedges.
And he runs this little sinker in on his hands. Doesn't hit it very well, right off the trademark. And pretty easy play there from Harp.
Line drive, base hit for Hedges. I would think they'll pinch run for him. Well, I don't know.
They only have 2 catchers on the roster, so at this stage maybe not. Perhaps if he gets in the scoring position.
Yeah, that's why I kind of caught myself. We are getting to crunch time. It's the top of the 8th inning, but still, you're right. Stephen Vogt can't activate himself. He had one of the greatest final plate appearances in baseball history, where his kids announced him as he walked up to the plate, and he proceeded to hit a home run. 0-1 to Petey Halpin. Popped up. Foul territory, third base side. Bohm says he has it. Oh, he and JT collide. And there are 2 outs. The taller of the 2 makes the catch.
I hope they're both okay because they hit in a very awkward position. Thankfully, looked like JT might have been in a sort of a precarious spot, but I think they were probably calling it at the same time. And when you do that, you sort of need somebody to interfere. Nice job by Alec of staying with it. Could have been dangerous.
Yeah, JT is so sure-handed, but if Alec has a better view of it.
Yeah, and it's definitely the priority always goes to the corner infielders.
Here's Martinez, who's 0 for 3. Bounces it foul.
Thankfully, no harm, no foul.
This will be pitch number 96 for Sanchez. Off the end of the bat, over to first base. Harper's got it, takes it to the bag. In time, it's 8 scoreless innings for Christopher Sanchez. What an outing it is. 37 2/3 scoreless. Now his team needs to get him some runs. Pretty amazing night here at the Old Yard. Well, bottom of the 8th inning, scoreless game. Gavin Williams still out there. Christopher Sanchez just completed his 8th inning. And Williams delivers way inside. It's 1-0. Now he has 2 relievers behind him. He's got a righty and a lefty behind him in the bullpen. Tim Herron is the left-hander. And Colin Holderman is the right-hander warming up for the Guardians. Fly ball, right center fields. Got it off the end of the bat again. And 1 out.
Oh, Bryson's just missed a couple of them today.
Missed.
My goodness, he's had some good swings today, and all for naught.
There you go. There's the there are 2 pitchers. Duran is starting to warm up in the Phillies bullpen. JT is 0 for 2. Fielder's choice, a strikeout looking. There you go. JT helped mark up some of the live auction the other night at the Schwarber event. He won the golf outing at the Waste Management Open, WM Open.
Oh, did he?
Oh, yeah.
It's a good one. Looks like a boatload of fun. I know that. That's on one. I think it might be on my bucket list now.
Well, go talk to JT.
Maybe he'll let me join.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Back toward the middle, off the mound, base hit it to center field. We mentioned the Schwarber event before. Well, here's some of the footage of it. The block party. His sister, who was a police officer out in Ohio, she brought her police dog, and they did it. That was beautiful. I wanted to bid on that. There's Kyle, looking sharp, taking some photos. Fanatic was there.
Of course.
There's Matt Quinn from Mount Joy. Crawford fouls it away. It's 0-1. Ryan Dempster brought his, I guess he goes and does some tours with his show, and he was the guy that interviewed Kyle. And
seen him before. Pretty funny.
Yeah, he's great.
He's a funny dude.
He's great. He's very talented.
Canadian. He's a Canuck.
Fouled back, 0-2.
I do believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think he is. There's Kyle. He and Paige. And his entire family, mom and dad were there. Paige's family was there as well. Like I said, a lot of the Phillies players and coaches. Don Mattingly, Dave Dabrowski was there. And the 0-2 up and in. And the folks that Kyle has as his, the organization that helps him, they do a great job. They really do.
I've been to a couple of his events. Wasn't able to be to that one. We went to the Montgomery Wanamaker event.
Yeah, I heard that was good too.
That was great.
Jordan Mailata.
Yep.
1-2, the pitch. Bouncer out towards second. Crawford runs well. They'll have to quickly turn it, and they do. 4-6-3 double play. 9 pitches, and we are trading scoreless outings for the starting pitchers tonight. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. Duran is finishing up his warm-up tosses. We think he's coming in. We think that was it for Christopher Sanchez, but you know, we never want to leave a Duran entrance. Of course, brought to you by Wapner Newman Attorneys at Law. Here we go. On a rainy night, they'll turn the lights off and get you rolling for the 9th inning.
Atención chimoso, el que quiera perder su tiempo que me aconseje, que estoy en robo pero feo, y hoy hay que darme banda. Pásame la juga, que andamos en jangueo y cojo ruta, que viva el teteo y desacato, vivete la vida y disfruta.
Now taking for the Phillies, number 59,
Try to keep this in a scoreless game here in the top of the 9th inning in relief of Christopher Sanchez. And now a quick word from Wapner Newman, Attorneys at Law.
Not every tragic medical outcome is malpractice, but when it is, you need a law firm that knows the difference.
If you've been the victim of a doctor or hospital's mistake, Wapner Newman uses a team of investigators, medical experts, and lawyers to get results.
We've taken on the biggest hospitals, the biggest insurance companies. We don't back down. You want lawyers that have handled these types of cases before.
If you've been injured, call Wapner Newman.
We have the track record and the experience to get what you deserve.
Well, Duran is not in a safe situation. He's trying to save the 9th inning and give the Phillies a chance to win it in their half of the 9th inning. 14th ball game, a 1.42 earned run average for him. By the way, Christopher Sanchez, 96 pitches, 22 swings and misses tonight.
Just dealing, and just an extraordinary run he's been on the last 4 or 5 games.
Yep.
Just amazing.
Jose Ramirez leads it off against Duran, and he takes the first pitch on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Ramirez is 0 for 3. Fielder's choice, a ground out to the mound, a fly out to left. Switch hitter, batting left against Duran. Time for the Stump the Fans Trivia Quiz answer, brought to you by FanDuel Casino. Get your thrill on. All right. Who's he going to join, Ruben? 300 home runs, 300 stolen bases.
I had Chipper Jones, but I don't think it's right.
Not Chipper Jones. Let me give you a hint before we pop it up there real quick.
All right.
All right. So this guy started his career in New York, but then followed his team to the West Coast, and then came back to New York at the end of his career.
Could be Willie Mays then, right?
Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid. There you go. Line drive, base hit to right field for Ramirez. Garcia gets to it quickly. Ramirez, he's going to try for 2. Here's the throw. It is in time.
I mean, I cannot tell you how good this guy. I've seen a lot of right fielders in my day, and this is going to be your Hyundai defensive play of the game. He gets over and cuts it off really quickly, but his release and arm strength combination is so sharp and so quick. Just a tremendous play, great tag, and boy, is that a big play.
Yeah, Duran loved it. Third outfield assist for Garcia. Hey, listen, he's been struggling. He'd be the first to tell you he's struggling offensively, but he has not carried it out. Here's Kyle Manzardo off the bench, swings and hits it in the air to left. It's hit pretty well. Marsh is going back toward the wall. It is gone. A pinch hit opposite field home run for Kyle Manzardo, pinch hitting for Hoskins, and the Guardians have taken a 1-0 lead. I've got to tell you, that throw by Garcia is huge right now.
Manzardo was looking for one pitch, one spot. He knows that Duran throws strikes, and he jumped all over this little sinker. And he barreled it up, and you know that Duran's not very happy about it.
Well, here's DeLauder, who will pinch hit now for David Fry. DeLauder's had a solid rookie season. For Manzardo, that was his second career pinch hit home run.
Right, awfully quiet in here, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately. But as we mentioned, the play by Garcia
could prove
it could prove huge. Now he needs a new rake out in the mound to clean his spikes off.
Or maybe the rosin bag. I think that's the issue. The rosin's a little bit wet, so.
Well, they're gonna. No, you're right. They had the rake ready to go. They were going to bring it back out. So Adam brings out a brand new rosin bag. Guardians have gotten to the Phillies closer, and now the Phillies will have to get to the Guardians closer, who's been very good. 2-0 to DeLauder. Started out like a house of fire, has settled in a little bit more, but still has 7 home runs. No swing, says Stu Shorewater. Manzardo has given the Guardians a 1-0 lead. Checked again. Peel again. He went that time. Whoop. Three and two.
DeLauder was a little befuddled by this. I don't know that he went.
Oh, he did not go.
I don't think he did.
What a break for the Phils.
Thank you.
Thank you is right. DeLauder's 8 for his last 48. Popped up. Shallow left. Bohm on the grass makes the catch. 2 outs. Michael, Ricky, and Ben are standing by for Phillies post-game live presented by Cure Auto Insurance. We'll talk about this wonderful pitching matchup tonight. What a duel it was. And hopefully a Phillies comfort behind win. Reminds me too is that the fan vote is out there for the Golden Spikes Award for the best college player in baseball in Division I, and Teg Davis is on the list for everybody to vote for. I voted yesterday. I hope you can all vote for Teg.
I mean, how could there be somebody that would beat him?
I went over the numbers, and I really don't know. I don't know.
Home runs, RBIs.
Yep. Batting average.
Yeah.
I mean OPS.
Extraordinary season.
Yeah, Ben will never say it, so we'll say it for him. If you can vote for him, we would all appreciate it. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bazana. 1-2. He's going to challenge that. Well, he's got all the challenges.
Yeah, well, I think he missed this one again because he painted this pitch on the outside park.
Yeah.
Little overzealous.
The pitch is a strike. Cleveland has exhausted their challenges.
They've exhausted him. Tom.
Yeah, they have.
Yep.
And a strike 3 call. All right, so the Guardians have taken the lead. We'll go to the home ninth. Top of the order is due up with Turner, Schwarber, and Harper against the closer for the Guardians. Point brought to you by Toyota Camry, and we just saw it in the top of the 9th inning. Kyle Manzardo. Opposite field home run. Now that made it 1-0, and that's where we are. As we go to the bottom of the 9th inning, Cade Smith is the new pitcher, his 24th game. Big kid. 2.66 ERA, 16 saves, and 18 opportunities. 35 strikeouts, Ruben, in 23 2/3.
Yeah, he's been really sharp, got very good stuff, and he's sort of graduated and rolled into this closer role and is taken off with it.
He was the setup man the first half of last year before settling into that role in the second half, and Trey Turner leads it off and pops the first pitch into shallow left center field. Backpedaling is Rocchio, and there's 1 out. And now Schwarber 0 for 3. Cade Smith is first in all of baseball in saves with those 16. It is a lot. And he delivers strike 1. Phillies have 1 challenge left. The Guardians do not have any.
Undrafted free agent, this guy. Quite the story.
And he's a fastball pitcher. If he throws 10 pitches, 6 are fastballs.
Yep. He's got excellent extension. I mean, it doesn't look like he's going to dazzle you with anything, but got sort of a split change as well, which is pretty darn good pitch.
Yeah, 6'5", 230 pounds. Well, there's the split.
Yep. That's a pitch that's really been an equalizer for him, especially against left-handed hitters like Kyle Schwarber, obviously.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Got him 4 times tonight. Kyle has struck out, and there are 2 outs now in the 9th inning. And it brings Bryce Harper up. He's the last chance for the Phillies. 2 wonderful starting pitching performances. Christopher Sanchez, 8 innings, no runs. Gavin Williams, 8 innings, 11 strikeouts, no runs, and a bouncing ball to first. And this is going to do it. It's an 8-pitch 9th inning, and the Guardians have taken game 1 of this series by a final score of 1-0.
Just a tough one. Great pitching performance by both sides.
Really good.
Phillies just couldn't push one across, and this is sort of what the Guardians have been doing. They've been winning a lot of close games, 7th one in a row.
Yeah.
And they've just been playing good enough baseball to win baseball games. And they're not dazzling you with their offense, but they're figuring out ways to win, and they did it again here against the Phillies.
And they did it quickly, 2 hours and 5 minutes. The player of the game, we could have given it to either starting pitcher, but we give it to the guy who got the win tonight. It is Gavin Williams, our Chevrolet player of the game. 8 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 11 strikeouts in the game.
He was outstanding. I mean, he had everything working. The fastball, the sweeper was outstanding and pretty darn impressive.
Christopher Sanchez was equally as impressive. We'll talk about him in the crossover, which is coming up in just a moment.